G'day folks, Jim Langlands here from FX Charts with the currency outlook for the Finance News Network for Thursday the 29th of November. Well, it was a bit of a choppy session really today. Started off everything looking a bit heavy. Sentiment was a little bit sour. The Greek debt deal has been done, but how that's going to be transacted weighed on market sentiment, as did early pessimism over the progress or lack of progress with the talks over the fiscal cliff issue in the States. But that turned around later in the session when both Obama and John Boehner stated that they were reasonably confident a deal could be done by Christmas. And so risk sentiment turned higher, and everything has bounced up off early session lows. So right now we've got the euro at 129.30, got down to 128 3/4, but it has come back. It's pretty much unchanged on the session, and it looks to be fairly quiet now. And I think a 129, 130 range is probably going to cover it again for much of the session today. Dollar yen's a little bit lower, broke down through 82, got down to 81.70. There's supposedly good bids down there. It's trading at 81.85, and it's not doing an awful lot at the moment. It's had a 20-point range really, but it looks as though the yen shorts are going to be squeezed a little further. Cables at 160.10, and dollar Swiss is trading around 93 the figure. The Aussie, that looked pretty heavy, as did the Kiwi early on. The Aussie got down to 104.25, and the Kiwi got down to 81.90 odd, but they both bounced. They're on their session highs, 104 3/4 and 82.35 at the moment. I don't think they're going anywhere too far, particularly the Aussie today. We've got the RBA meeting coming up on Tuesday next week, and we've got the chances of a rate cut then, and that'll be the last chance before the RBA get together again in February. And with the currency where it is, I think the chances have probably got to be odds on for a cut. So we've got the Capex data later on today. That'll give us a little bit of a hint. But in the meantime, I think the Aussie looks a 104.5, 105 range with the chance of a mild test higher early on in the session. As I say, we've got the Capex later on today locally, but elsewhere the highlights for the session are going to be the German unemployment numbers, the EU consumer confidence numbers, and then later on today we've got the US GDP. So that's really about it today. I think it's going to be fairly range bound. The equities got heavily sold, but bounced back well to close a little bit higher on the day. So they look to be supported really, and I don't think the risk assets are going to take too much pain in the coming session. So that's really all. If you want a more comprehensive outlook on the markets today, go to the website as usual, www.fxcharts.com.au. And that aside, please just remember that, as usual, any outlook mentioned here is a personal view only and not intended to be used as trading advice. So that's all for today. Have a very good one, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Cheers.